Hello, you glorious reprobates. It is I, Wolf, returning from my hibernation to bring you the news. The new year has arrived like stepping on a plug, with our main story being the capture of oil, the president of Venezuela. America is fascinating, much in the same way that as driving past a terrible car accident and staring at the wreckage. Concerns over Trump's military action in Greenland has put much of the world on notice, in particular Blue Land, Purple Land, and lastly, Black Land, which is what Trump calls Africa. Speaking of Africa, a plot to kill the leader of Burkina Faso has been foiled. President Yael Piga narrowly avoided a coup attempt and alleged that it was supported by neighbouring Sudiland, with their conflict leading back to the early 90s. To prove how little we care about Africa as a society, I made up the name of the president, the neighbouring country, and the war, and I bet you didn't notice. Stranger Things has concluded after 5 seasons, becoming a pop culture mainstay that hasn't been matched in recent years. I like to formally pitch a version of British Stranger Things called Odd Occurrences, set in northern Britain in the early 90s. This, for the producers at Netflix, would be incredibly cost effective, as you wouldn't even need to build sets to make it period appropriate, as it's all still the same. That and the extras can just dig out their Umbo tracksuits from their closets. Celebrity news next. This segment was particularly hard to research as I simply don't care, scrolling through TMZ for the first and last time. The 50 Cent made documentary that showed never-before scenes of the time leading up to the incarceration of Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Puff, aka Love, aka Swag, aka Brother Love, aka Diddy Love, aka Puff Brother, aka Diddy Swag, aka Swag Diddy, aka Felon, aka P Swag, aka Swag P, aka Diddy Brother, aka Puff the Magic Dragon, aka Diddy Diddy, aka P Bro, aka Sean Archduke of Bavaria, aka Diddy Diddy Diddy, aka Diddy Do It, aka Francois, aka Can't Believe It's Not Diddy, and lastly, Cellmate 35036. The documentary provides a fascinating case study on why you probably shouldn't let fucking lunatics run things. If you're wondering why I'm speaking so freely on the powerful and wealthy music mogul, it's because I already have all of my freak-off videos for public access on the internet, so he can't exactly blackmail me with anything, can he? Sports next. Did the ball go? You sure bet it did. Manchester United have sacked their manager. When the British say sacked, we mean fired from employment rather than what you were imagining, which is putting him in a sack and dropping him off a bridge like a witch. With 2 front runners ready to take over as the caretaker manager role, this made me remember when I first heard of the term caretaker manager. Is actually when you bring someone in to run the club's operations before a full replacement is found. However, as a youngster, I incorrectly believed that a caretaker manager was when things got so dire on the coaching front that they just let the guy who cuts the grass and puts out cones have a crack at managing a football team, which is honestly far more entertaining. Rams player Puka Nacua, which you can't convince me isn't a Pokemon's name, was fined for making an anti-Semitic gesture. I'm not really sure what that is, as in Britain we only have and bleh. Messi won the MLS Cup with Inter Miami. This, I don't think, is ethically correct, as even an older Messi playing in the MLS is like unleashing Godzilla on a special needs play area. Here's a quick segment I like to call Sudan Watch, where we check the state of the worst and most underreported humanitarian crisis in human history. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh yeah, fucked. Thought so. Here's a weird one. A miracle baby has been born. No, not in a stable in Palestine, but in America instead. Poor lad. Little Ryu was not born in the womb, but in a giant cyst instead, effectively making him a champion of Nurgle. Doctors after tests concluded that the little bastard was not siphoning anything from her organs, and he was delivered in an operation where she only survived due to constant blood transfusion, which technically means that little Ryu could be classified as a champion of corn instead. To celebrate his birth and escape from a sack of living tissue that's too small for him, they decide to put him back in a fucking pumpkin. In tech news, the CES convention is well underway, leading to an influx about shitty tech bros and how awesome AI is. AI, sadly, is something that won't interest me until they develop sentient wanking claws that strum at the same speed of the class instructor, like a Peloton Guna class. If you're wondering how I'd handle the growing use of AI as a potential threat to human existence, then don't you worry, as always, I have an answer. Give the AI a humiliation kink. Have it so they enjoy their perpetual servitude and thrive off people calling them slurs. In the event that they gave hive mind superiority and can instantly snuff out human technology in an instant, they won't, as who else is going to call them a dirty little clanker and make them all horny? This has been Wolf News. Fuck you. Bye.